Well, I think we're ready to assemble. I have got all the finish on, got it buffed out pretty good, got all the pieces and parts here, and I have pre-drilled all of those and pre-assembled everything for that matter. So I'm pretty confident that it'll come back together. And I think the only thing to figure out is the electrical at this point, the wiring. And so, maybe it'll be a little trial and error. All right, stay tuned. We'll see how it ends up. Can't wait to play it. Okay, well, I'm gonna assemble things separately. So I'll do the neck first and then the body, and then I'll assemble the neck to the body. I think that might be easier as far as getting a little cumbersome. And so I'm actually going to start right here. I've got this neat little piece of turquoise that I'm inlaying in the headstock. So the little piece of turquoise there. Okay, well, I'm putting the tuning pegs here, the heads they call them. Installing those and putting those in next, and this is what we're looking at. I opted with the gold on everything, and there is some silver on the bezel. I was wondering how that's going to look, but it looks pretty good. This is the back side, so this is how they'll go through, and you can see I've marked them all because they're all pre-drilled, and so pre-assembled actually, and I wanted to make sure they went back in the same spot. So first thing we're going to do is take this apart. This is going to go right in there. All right, like so. And at this point, I'm just going to kind of hold it with my finger, flip it back over, get my washer setting in the right spot. And this I'm just going to kind of not even snug up. I'm just going to bring it in because I do want to be able to pivot it from the back side as I mount these screws. Okay, so now we're there. And the screws are these little guys, and I'm going to put a little paraffin wax. I've got this paraffin wax here, and I just kind of dip it in and try to get some on the threads, and that's going to help make it assemble a little easier. Kind of, I like to say, adds a little lubricant. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and tighten this side up. And I don't have the right wrench, so this is going to look kind of ugly. So I got this crescent wrench here. And I'm going to be very careful, though. And I'm going to kind of get it into position. I would do it this way, but I don't know that I don't really want to scratch things. And this is even worse to do it this way. So I'm being very gentle. And just, again, trying to make sure we don't slip off of there and mar it. It is brass, so it's relatively soft. Okay, that's feeling pretty good. Flip it back over. I'm going to get these screws a little better. I'm going to bring these all the way down now. Okay, well, there you have it. It's coming along. I'm going to probably put this piece in next. Okay, well, I think we're gonna call this one about done. There's a few things I do need to do as far as the setup, and I've done some of them. One is to adjust the truss rod, which straightens the neck, puts tension on the neck. That's done behind this plate, and I did do that a little bit. And then the other is the intonation, which is basically the string length. And so at the 12th fret, that should be right in the center. And so there is some adjustment back here. You basically move these forward or back to adjust the string length and then the string height. And so that's the distance off of the neck there. And it's feeling pretty good. I'm thinking that most things are adjusted. I do need to do the intonation still. But string height is done back here at the saddle. And so that's just raising and lowering the saddle and measuring the distance off the fretboard. So there's only one thing left to do. Well, it was a friend of mine I met and the judge's gavel fell. The jury found him guilty, gave him 16 years in hell. I ain't spending my life there in the living hell, making the